Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's still at Stratford Town Football Club, but tonight I'm joined by a very, very special guest, Counsellor Sarah Whalley-Hoggins. How are you doing?
I'm very, very well, thank you, and thanks for inviting me to speak to you all today. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. You wanted to do a little bit of an opener for me?
So I'm Counsellor Sarah Whalley-Hoggins. I'm the first female leader of the Conservatives in Stratford. It's not a badge I wear with pride because it is 2024, but at the end of the day, really, I'm a mother and I'm a wife, and the reason I wanted to come here today to talk to you was I'm not allowed to talk about politics at the moment, but I am allowed to talk to you about something that many families are facing at the moment, which is the dreaded 6-week school holiday and all of the implications that brings with it. So, and as a mother, I've faced that head on a lot.
So you've got your childcare planned then, have you?
Well, my child is now beyond childcare, thank you. I am merely his snack butler now during the day.
And taxi?
Yeah, taxi. Yeah, he's having driving lessons now, and I'm hopeful that soon the taxi service will cease. But yeah, I'm tired of sitting in car parks waiting for him to finish parties. And just a word of warning for those with younger children that don't yet realise that you just end up bankrolling and enabling a lifestyle I'd quite like to lead myself, which is parties in the evening and the weekends and meeting your friends and having a jolly nice time, really. So yeah, that's but there you go. And yeah.
Well, here at Stratford Town Football Club we have a very family orientated atmosphere and a good mix of people coming into the club these days, because it's got very, very popular, as you well know, this past year.
Yeah, and Stratford Town Football Club for me has been one of my happy places. So I've been and I watched matches. I speak to Jed, the manager, and it is an incredible place to be around. And it is really a place where you know that you're going to come and feel safe, and you know that there's always going to be people here to help you, and also to just you feel that great hug as you come in here, and that is a testament to the people that are here and the facilities that have been built up. And there are no barriers to coming here, because if you have a barrier, then somebody in the club will help you to overcome it, so that you can be here making full use of all of the facilities. And I think that's really, really important.
Absolutely. And obviously you've touched on school holidays. There's plenty going on here at Stratford as well, so good things have come, and the relationship between the club and the council has grown from strength to strength, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of it. Again, I still need to be a bit careful. For those of you that don't realise it, we're in a period called Purdah. We're not allowed to talk about politics particularly. I can't do anything to do with that. But I see the vision for Stratford Town Football Club is all about the people. And for me and for the council, we are here serving the people, and we need to remember that. And that's what this club, I believe, is doing, and it's a huge attribute to everybody. I've heard a story today about people that are living out in Shipston on Stour that are coming here, and it's just amazing the difference that this club has made to their lives and the lives of their children. And I think that is a testimony to how fantastic this facility is. So I suppose what I'm saying is, if you haven't been here yet, come on down, tell your friends about it, just come, see, feel and enjoy.
Absolutely. Obviously we're not going to talk about what's going on this week, whatever you said that word was, because big Stu don't know those sort of long words.
Purdah, yeah.
Purdah. Get love for Purdah. Okay. Absolutely. What else did you want to talk to me about? Well,
really, it's about, I think certain people take a real burden with the childcare. You tend to find that people think, and everybody over the next 6 weeks when they're facing that holiday has to be kind to themselves and remember we're not Superwoman, and sometimes staycations can actually be more expensive than going away, because we feel obliged to take our children here, there and everywhere, and it just gets more and more expensive. And I would say that we all need to have our coping strategies for that. And something that used to work really well for me is that I just used to write out a timetable, because it used to help everybody with their expectations that, with a teenager, their day is made or broken really on the contents of the fridge. So yep. They will just graze out of that on a continual basis, and you think, where did all that food go that I bought not 48 hours ago? And yeah, the culprit is usually skulking somewhere somewhere else other than that. I mean,
playing on a PlayStation.
Yeah, and it's that whole kind of fridge buffet that's what goes on, and we all have to take a deep breath sometimes when you're looking in that fridge and the items that you're having for dinner have gone. So I always say, put the timetable up, tell people what they're having to eat, and therefore they can't eat X, Y, and Z in there. And if it works for you, and it's worked for me in the past, is that you have a snacking box, so that into that box you might put the snacks that they can have that day. And we're not talking about expensive things. This is your box of the day with fruit, etc. I know it sounds, I don't mean to be patronising, but it's these things that can make a difference to when we're budgeting and actually trying to stop the fridge invasion from happening, really. So that's a top tip that's worked really well for me in the past. I used to do that during the COVID lockdown as well, because again, buying food was tricky then. So it's all of that, really. So and also set a parameter. So being dressed also has to include having socks on, really. Maybe not so much in the summer, but if you're putting sandals on, you've got to look dressed, and slouching around in bare feet all the time, again, just let's not have too many standards. And again, for those with children that are starting school in September for the first time, use the summer holidays to have that let's practice putting our own socks on and getting things ready for that big start in September. And I think that's really, really important. So and trust me, by the time September comes along and you're getting ready to get children to school on time, just getting the small wins of socks on is really useful. So yeah, all right. But
come on then, give us some more tips for the summer.
For the summer, then I would definitely say put a timetable out when you can reasonably expect that your child can reasonably expect to be fed during that day. That's good. Stratford Football Club, I know, do free meals for children as well. So that's something that they really do without any prompting. You can come down here and feed your child. They will have a hot meal here in expectation for them during the week. So, and that's important. Everybody needs to know that. Nobody wants to see anybody struggling. And again, when is the quiet time going to be? And quiet time, you sell this to the children as a time for them to be quietly looking at the television or not engaged in just trashing your house. But also that quiet time is the moment when you can take a breather yourself from all of it. But there you go, and it is really hard. And just remember, there are kindred spirits, and next door but one could also be a mother who's literally climbing the walls. And it is just these coping strategies, what works for you. But I do find that getting things written down so that everybody knows, and I know that younger children can't necessarily read, but you can do a little picture and the time, and again, it's all helping that start for school when that eventually happens. I'm no super mother, but I've done my best, and parenting teenagers is a whole different ball game. It's difficult in itself, and I know that people watching this will be nodding their heads and think it's a miracle that that they're still alive themselves. But yeah, it's all of that kind of thing, really, and it's to manage the expectations and to just take 5. And it gets really hot in the summer, and just do what needs to be done to to be kind to yourselves, and also for the children to get some time as well, so they know how long they're going to have on television or how long they're going to be on Xbox for before they then come away. Then that's good too. That's important. That's important for them, and again, that timetabling helps them not to get too relaxed before going back to school.
Absolutely. And if you're on a budget, Stratford Town play their first home pre-season friendly next Tuesday, and it's free entry for everyone. Free entry.
It doesn't get better than that, does it? And
no, absolutely.
And coming and seeing a team sport, and we're in the middle of the Euros at the moment. We're all watching that. With great excitement, and the Euros